Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Daily Market Report brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is Hump Day, also known as Fed Day today. We got the FOMC wrap up today, so today's kind of the big day on that. Today's also July 31st, so we're wrapping up the month end of July. And wow, summer's almost all finished. We start up August 1st tomorrow. So let's jump right into it. We do got a couple items here on the economic calendar, and as we mentioned, this week is jobs reports. So the first report we always get is ADP employment report. This is a index that gives us more the private sector of jobs, but doesn't always translate to what the Bureau of Labor Statistics numbers provide. So it gives us kind of some insight, but it's not the end all in terms of data. Um, Last month, okay number, not great. 112,000 new jobs in the month of June. However, in July, it did spike a bit to 156,000. So again, we had our sample week for the unemployment or initial jobless claims came in. Kind of gives us a inkling that we could have should see a strong jobs report this week. So again, it'll be kind of interesting to see what actually comes out, but we're kind of expecting a fairly strong jobs number on Friday. We also got an index here that was Mr. Greenspan's favorite index. This is the employment cost index for the second quarter. This was an index that kind of gives you an inflationary basis on employment. This is kind of inflationary data, and you can kind of find out if there's wage-based inflation. And in this one, as you can see here, we had 0.7% growth. The first one we were expecting 0.7%, and came in a little bit under at 0.6%. The wages growth actually shrunk slightly from 2.8 down to 2.7. So what does this mean? Basically, like yesterday, we pretty much inflation is tame right now. So we're getting some pretty decent numbers in terms of that. With the Fed cut today, it hopefully won't set off the alarms for bond traders. Now, the key will be later today is the Chairman Powell's speech, what his announcement, what he will put in his speech. So hopefully he doesn't say anything about inflation ticking up or anything along that line. Now, if he says anything about inflation ticking up or expectations of inflation increasing or any concerns about inflation, and then we could see potentially investors panic and sell off. So let's kind of move forward here. We got the Chicago PMI. This is manufacturing in the Chicago region. As you saw, New York and Philadelphia rebounded. However, Chicago dropped further. So we were already in contraction at a 49.7 because anything under 50 is considered contraction, and it contracted further down to 44.4 in July here. Headline news: the stock market is mixed. When I first started this, the Dow and Nasdaq were both up. However, however, Dow did go into the red as well. So the only one at this point, as I'm doing this report, is in positive territory is Nasdaq. We do got more earnings reports being released, and then today we also wrapped up yesterday. We had the meeting between our Treasury Secretary of Treasuries, Lighthizer and Mnuchin, meeting with their counterparts in China. Obviously, we didn't there was any substantive agreements or anything that broke up. Anything that developed, but it will be ongoing talks as of right now. Again, we're at probably the toughest chasm between the two countries, and this will probably be a little bit more delicate matter of trying to handle and to work our way through it if we are to get one accomplished, an agreement accomplished between the two countries. We also have the FOMC announcement later today by 11 o'clock, 11:15 Pacific Standard Time that he'll be announcing. We're expecting a 0.25% rate cut. Again, it's going to be what he says in his statement that could really dictate the markets. Even though the stock markets, for the most part, the indexes are down, that could easily change once we have the policy statement read, and depending on how the stocks investors feel about that, and it could very well change the bond market as well. So right now we're up about 13 basis points. With the stocks pulling back, it's kind of moving into bond security, which is kind of a flight to safety. So we're getting a little bit better pricing, but again, we have to be very cautious. You want that finger on that trigger if it really starts to drop. That if the investors like what they hear, stocks could take off, and that could take money out of the bond market, and we could quickly drop. So just be very cautious today in terms of where the market movement could go. Here's yields. We're down, as you can see. We're really testing this 25-day moving average. We'll see if it holds or if it continues falling. Right now, we're down to about 2.04, almost 2.03. And again, we'll have to wait and see if this is going to be continuing the path or if we're going to get a different reaction after the Fed policy statement. All right, so right now, as of this morning, rates are a little bit better, but again, that could be very short-lived. It could change quickly, so just be very cautious after the Fed meeting. Policy is read at about 11:15 Pacific Standard Time. You guys have a great rest of your day. If you guys are looking to buy or refinance, please feel free to reach out. Best way to reach me is direct message me. I am a loan officer. My company serves all 50 states. I can help you out here. We do serve all the loan programs, the jumbo conventional, Fannie and Freddie, FHA, VA, USDA. We also have two proprietary products that only we carry, all-in-one loan, which is a great product for those who are have cash flow, who are not living paycheck to paycheck, and this loan will help you to basically pay off your mortgage much more rapidly. I've seen this the numbers of this helping people pay it off as soon as 5 to 7 years and saving themselves hundreds of thousands of dollars in terms of interest payments. Home Funded is a down payment program we have for all groups, lots of different people from first-time homebuyers to people who have extending circumstances where they had fires. We have wildfires a lot of times here in California, to hurricanes, to tornadoes, different things like of that nature that may have lost their home, now need to find another home. Or somebody who may have a divorce where one spouse keeps the house and the other one has to look for another place. So this might help them out. And some people have actually used this as part of their wedding registry, where people, instead of getting your gifts as plates and different knickknacks, they would just rather ask their guests to donate towards their down payment program. We also cover niche loans. We got loans specific for real estate investors. We got the bank statement program, which is ideally for self-employed borrowers, and we also got foreign national loans. You guys have a great rest of your day. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.